He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to Armstrong Entertainment. This is Chad here and I saw the movie Oz, the Great and Powerful. It stars James Franco, Michelle Williams, Mila Kunis, and Rachel Weisz. Now this movie is based off of the L. Frank Baum books, his Oz series, not the 1939 musical. There's a big difference between the two. I'm not even going to get into it right now. I'm sure you guys will all leave comments and let me know what's up. So this film is based off of the wizard's point of view and what happens to him going to Oz and becoming, discovering the land and going into power and meeting all the witches and everything. And that's played by Franco, obviously. And Franco, who obviously I am a humongous fan of because he played James Dean on TNT like 12 years ago, and I still am obsessed with his performance in that and James Dean in general. So obviously I love James Franco and anything he does. When I saw the first preview for this movie, I was instantly into it. I was like, oh my gosh, there's like black and white in it, and then he's gonna go to Oz, and they haven't done an Oz movie since Return to Oz, which I love too, like the 1985 version. I think it was 85. I love that version, and I don't know, I just love the story. I mean, who doesn't like the Wizard of Oz? So I was really into this, and then I saw that it was brought to you by the people who brought you Alice in Wonderland, which kind of made me step back a little bit because I hated Alice in Wonderland. I thought it was awful. I just don't like too much CGI, and I think in this film they used way too much CGI. There was parts that it worked. The little China doll, I thought that whole thing was amazing with her and how they did her CGI and her animation, but with a lot of other stuff, it was just so fake and just so over the top, and it was almost like the actors couldn't even relate to. Everything was green screen, and it took me out of it a little bit. Even the acting was a little, there was moments where I was like, ooh, they did not pull that off. Even with Franco, there's a few moments that I just didn't buy him. The person who was totally miscast in this movie was Mila Kunis. I've never not liked her before, and honestly, whenever I hear her voice, I think of Meg from Family Guy. It's just something I had to get past. But there's a few moments in that film, this film Oz, where she just was not able to pull it off. Her freak out scenes where she's like screaming and angry, it just didn't work for me. She just didn't pull it off, and I did not believe her. I believed Michelle Williams and Rachel Weisz, but everybody else, it just for her, not that she's a bad actress, but she just didn't pull it off 100% for me. She'll get about an 85% from me. I thought the story was clever, how they tied in the 1939 version with this one. They gave you a few little things like the horses that are all different colors, the yellow brick road, which isn't even in the books apparently, which I didn't even know. But then there are some things that you're looking for that are not in the film. The ruby red slippers are not in this film because of Warner Brothers owns the rights, and they weren't able to get the rights, so they can make no reference to the ruby red slippers. Also, something interesting is the color of the witch couldn't be a specific type of green, so they had to use a different color. They couldn't put a mole on the witch because that was also like a copyright thing. So it's kind of interesting reading about those things after the fact that I didn't know about. Overall though, when you watch this movie, you're like, holy crap, you really have to respect it. It cost $200 million to make, and you can't say it's a bad movie. It just, you know, I don't want to bash on anything that took so much time and energy, and obviously people put a lot of their lives into this film, and it's a good movie. Overall, I am glad I saw this movie. It's not the best movie in the world, but I'm definitely glad I saw it, especially in the theater and in 3D. I'm not a big 3D fan, but I saw it in 3D. It was okay. Definitely a movie to see in the theater. Just watch it once. It's not like you have to go buying the movie afterwards. You know, I would recommend going and checking it out, but just don't have really, really high expectations, because I kind of did. It's called Oz, the Great and Powerful. I just wish it was a little bit more great and powerful. Alright, go check it out. Oz, the Great and Powerful. Until next time.
He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.